The truth is that you've been an actor, and now your actions got them boys got the mass up.
To come at you from the shores of Lake Erie, EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now movement already, so a flag down here on our very first play. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Here's Thomas. And that'll be incomplete.
Used to have a coach just tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
They'll roll him out right. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. On 4th down, Joseph Charlton on to punt. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Throwing Jones. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Rams are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Now Jones. And he fires one that's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Thomas. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Here's Chubb on the read option. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Chubb will get the call running left. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Thomas flushed out right. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And his kick is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. A give. This is Chubb. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Thomas. He'll buy some time right. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Well, the pressure just couldn't get to him that time. They forced him out to his right, but he held his poise, surveyed the field, didn't find anything he liked, and then took off and picked up a nice gain.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll make it 6-0 here in the first. So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2, got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim, and hopefully he'll be kicking extra points instead.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
On 2nd and 12, Jones. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
To throw on third down, Jones. And that is incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you come in off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too clear.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Darius Slayton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns were able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Raymond Calais now from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. This defense for the Browns, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope they'll recover.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Jones. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Jones rolling to, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Zaven Collins just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Jones escaping the pressure right. And he's got his target, Harris. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big play there on the catch and run. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Jones on first down. That's out to the flat for Akers. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Looking to throw. Jones. And it's caught. A gain of 7 that time. Second and goal.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it.
And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cam Akers. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams are able to get back within a touchdown. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On first down, Thomas. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he will bring it back. It's an interception returned for a Rams touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Browns drive about to get started. And they gave up the pick six. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Thomas. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Off play action. Thomas sliding out of the pocket, and he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And some nice running, going to get him down close to a 1st down at the Rams 39. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's Chubb on the read option. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. Thomas. They'll roll him out right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
They'll run with Chubb. Fighting through. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Three red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. Looking to throw. Thomas buying time to his left. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Darius Slayton. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And once again, the Browns are back in front. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. Now a play fake here on first down. He'll buy some time right. That was going to throw deep right side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And this one is right through. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. Out of his end zone now is Calais. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now they're down on the scoreboard, sort of a sloppy first half. And Coach Davis, if you were in the locker room, what would the message have been?
I think I'd have to go with...
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. That sack came from the corner. On the corner blitz, it was Josh Jackson. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have...
Oh, Jones has just thrown his third interception. John Johnson with the INT. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down. A give running right is Chubb. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 51 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Jones throw pulled in by Atwell here. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Well, they obviously red man covers their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then it curls back inside for the completion.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10, being chased out left. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Third quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. And Oliver, that time to want to get in there and bring him down. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated into their own defense.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Browns are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, trying to atone for it here on this drive. Now Chubb running right. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Darius Williams in there to make the tackle.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Now this time he'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Rams are going to take over here up near the 40. A CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Looking to throw. Jones. Dancing to his left.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had the incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now Jones from the gun on third down. Going up top. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Jacob Harris, his second touchdown on the season. And the Rams have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Jones throwing for it. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Thomas. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over the middle. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play that time for Cleveland. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Chubb. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 75 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They go play action here on first down. Rolling to his right. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Out of his end zone now is Calais.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Jones. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones. He sets to fire deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Jones now off the play fake. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. And I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game. Probably including...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. It's their quarterback, keeping it himself from 8 yards out. And the Browns are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Out of his end zone now is Calais. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
First down, Los Angeles.
So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Jones throwing on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, this defense has been physical all game long, and it certainly looks like they're not going to back off and make things any easier. They want to keep making life miserable for the receivers all the way to the end.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. To throw is Jones. And that is incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Jones. Williams brings it in. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jones. He's got it. And the Rams are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Now Jones. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for 1 here and save the possible 2-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for 2 here and you don't...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And his throw here is incomplete.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Cleveland, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for L.A., they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints.